In this video, we're going to be going through how a Minecraft furnace can actually be compared and show us the need to be refined spiritually by God. But before then, we're actually going to take a look at a more real-life counterpart or example, the cashew. John chapter 15 verses 1 through 4 says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. Cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine, neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. What is this talking about? Well, the first part, when it's talking about the Father being the gardener, cutting off every branch, it's actually literally talking about you and your life being connected to that tree. And if you're a branch that does not bear fruit, you're going to cut you off. But if you do bear fruit, you're going to bear a lot more fruit because the energy that the plant is producing is not actually being put towards a dead branch. Now here's the deal. In your life, walking out your spiritual walk with God, walking out your life with Jesus, he's literally going to be pruning off the things in your life as well that don't produce fruit or that cannot be used, that must be refined, pruned, trimmed away, so that you can succeed in what is going to be bearing fruit and is already bearing fruit. I bring you then to what it is, the cashew. You see, cashews are from the Arnadaceae sumac plant family, same exact family that, yes, the poison ivy plant is from. Now you may be questioning, why in the world do I eat these then? Well, that is a question you might want to ask again. Well, it turns out that same thing on poison ivy, that urushiol, is holding that oil on cashews on the outer shell. So they literally have to be by hand removed from this thing, and it's a long story. Point is, you can't eat a cashew and it be safe until it's been through a complete cooking process, a pruning process. I think you're getting what I'm saying. Cashew, poison oil, dead branch, cooking, refining, good fruit. That's a real life example, but I'm guessing you're wondering now, where is the Minecraft? How can I explain this in Minecraft? How does this make sense in Minecraft? Well, let's look at that now. So here we have a couple of different examples of what could be going on in your life. And so there's a couple of them here. Telling the truth when you'd rather lie. Going the extra mile. Praying when you don't feel like it's working. Blessing your enemies even when it hurts. Friends don't like you because of Jesus. Persecution for faith. All these things that when you're going through them, they're not comfortable. But you know what? When you go through them, start putting things into the fire that you don't actually need. How about depression? Okay. How about unforgiveness, anger, jealousy, or confusion, not knowing what to do, not knowing what's going on, anxiety, all these things that none of us want, we can throw away, we can get out of here, they're cut off, we know what else happened. There is something, you open your eyes, what he says about it. Have initially, or this fresh, perfect metal, but it's not completely purified because there's still something in it that isn't completely pure. So what do you have to do? Well, you can actually, in the midst of these fires, start to learn, start to understand, start to grow in your faith. When you go the extra mile, then what happens? When you tell the truth when you'd rather lie, what happens? Well, you actually put in that gold. When you bless your enemies, even though it might hurt, not feel comfortable, you put in that gold. And these ores, these things that over time you've had, but you didn't know what to do with them. As you start refining them, as you start putting them away and putting them where they need to be in the midst of these fires, and you go through these struggles, you deal with these difficult things. Well, over time, you start to actually see outcome of all of these difficulties, refining fires. And what you actually end up being left with, no more all that garbage and all of what you need being there, effective. Now, one more thing to note. It's not just a simple, quick process every time. Because if you notice that instant gratification, that TikTok next video, swipe up, microwave, get my food 5 minutes, sometimes you have to go through the long process. Because if you try to just go instantaneous, turned up. Well, y'all, this has been Spiritually Refining. how. God bless you. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I hope you had a great time. Like, follow, subscribe, all the jazz. We're getting into some awesome new gameplay streams, etc. I'm really excited to see where we're going. Check it out. God bless you. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And I just want to encourage you guys right now that whatever you're going through right now, have been through, or are upcoming to go through in your life, that on the other side of that fire, there is precious, pruned, good fruit, ready to be refined through the trial. God bless you. See you later.